Study in Germany, the podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Study in Germany, the podcast. On today's episode, we will be talking about how to prepare your stay, how to stay organized, visa, admin, and finding accommodation. My name is Jana, and I'm really happy to introduce today's guest to you. Her name is Juliana from Colombia. She has been in Germany for 10 months now. She's currently in her master's in Insect Biotechnology at Justus Liebig University, Giessen. And her way of learning German is watching cartoons. Hello.
Hi, Anna. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So, what was something that you brought to Germany that you thought you would need and that turned out to be useless?
Oh my God, such a great question. Um, I brought a lot of little things that remind me of home that I think they're nice, but too many little things like plushies and stuff that afterwards I don't need it anymore. I also brought a lot of shoes that I don't think they're necessary because here I could buy some shoes and I arrived near winter. So I needed winter shoes, so I still had to buy them. So yeah, that wasn't necessary either.
Mm-hmm. So, you would say that what you actually needed was some winter clothes.
Yes, and it happened a lot that when I was like in core winter, my family would talk to me like, "Hey, we have the winter gloves here. Why didn't you take them?" And I was like, "I don't know. Why didn't I take them?" So yeah, it's certainly like clothes that I already had that I didn't bring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you thought, it might still be summer when I arrived.
When I arrived, I thought it would be like not summer, but yeah, fall, that it's similar to the weather from my city. So I think I would have a little bit more time. And again, I don't know why I focused a lot on bringing plushies and stuff like that, that it wasn't necessary, that I forgot the other things that were necessary.
You really wanted something from home, something to remind you of home, maybe?
Yeah, I feel like when you're moving to a new place, it can be very overwhelming and you can feel very alone a lot of times. And I've been told before that especially winter can be a very difficult time for you. So I really thought that I could need something that could help me like live that pass through. And again, I brought a lot of them, but a couple of them really helped me, especially at night, to have something to cuddle with. I have a pet, and now that I didn't sleep with my pet, I needed something like the warmth of. So it helped. It helped, but not that many.
So, what would you say are 5 things people would need to put in their suitcase when they come to Germany?
Oh, depends on the season you're coming. If you can find a very good winter coat, yeah, but I feel like it's easier for them to have it here because they know how winter is here. Things that I needed. A good like sweater or hoodie, something that you're comfortable with. Mm, Also basic things that you have in your daily life that maybe you won't think about it the first days or you don't have time to buy them. So I don't know, a notebook, a comfortable pair of shoes. What else do I use a lot? My electronic stuff, so like a good computer. Oh yeah, that. If you have the possibility to buy a good computer or your cell phone back home, it would be better. I don't know. Depends also on the country, but in my case, it is way cheaper back home than here. So that's good. I don't know what else. One thing to decorate your room. Like when you arrive, that you can paste it, you can put it, and you start feeling it's your place more than your home or whatever, that now you're living there and it's not an empty white room. So that would be fun.
Maybe something from home that you wouldn't be able to find here?
Yes. So yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, I think that happens a lot, that you bring like a food or a snack or something that reminds you of home. Yes. That also works a lot. Before, I feel like Germany is a very international country in a way. So especially in the big cities. In the city that I live, not, but in the big cities, it's very possible that you're going to find a shop where it sells food from your country. But yeah, In my case, it was like the flour to make arepas.
Mm-hmm.
It's something for us. So again, for breakfast or something, it was perfect for me to have it when I was feeling homesick.
So when did you start to prepare your stay abroad, would you say? Like when did you start finding out about what you would need to study in Germany?
I started thinking of a master's since I was doing my undergrad. The moment I decided that I wanted to live in Germany was like a year before I started like my master's officially. And in that moment, I started preparing, like watching videos, looking things about Giessen, looking stories about my university. Um, and I thankfully, my sister did her semester abroad in Germany, and I have a couple of friends that also lived in Germany. So since a year before, I started asking them like, "Hey, what do I need? What do you think it's important?" And capturing little things, or when I went out to buy something, I would be like, "Oh, this is perfect for living abroad."
Mm-hmm. So like a year
So like
before.
a year.
Yeah. Did you need a visa? And if you did, how was the visa process for you?
Yes, I needed a visa. It was a stressful process, not gonna lie. And the thing is, most of universities or some universities do start the process a year before applying. My university, you applied in June.
Mm.
And again, the semester starts in September, October. So I really had like 4 months to prepare everything.
Mhm.
So it was a little bit stressful, especially because of the time period. Um, yeah, for the visa, I needed my application and that I was granted the entrance to the university. I also needed my bachelor diploma, my university undergrad diploma in the original language and in English, and some also in German, and all of them had to be like certified and also signed by the like government in Colombia. I also needed my to prove that I knew English because my master's is in English. So thank God I didn't need German.
Yeah.
um and yeah, I think that's it. And of course, that you needed to prove that you had the income to live here.
The financial means.
Yeah, the financial means. That normally I know it's like a first bank account
Mhm.
with certain amount of money. For me, I am very lucky and I got a scholarship. So I only had to prove that I had that scholarship with me.
Did you then start looking for accommodation already once you had your visa?
Before that,
Okay.
even before I started to look for accommodation, just in the moment I received my approval,
Mhm.
like the letter of you've been accepted to the master's program. In that moment, I started looking for it. I was recommended again that I should look for the accommodation before everything because I wanted to live in a student bonding, so like a student accommodation, and they've told me that the places run out really quickly. So the moment I received the confirmation, I started applying to it, and it was better because I forgot about it. But in my visa for Colombia cases, and I feel like other countries, if I'm not wrong, they also ask for you to have a place where you're going to live already before moving in.
Mhm.
And a lot of people I've heard from my university came later because of that, because they couldn't find a place to live, and that's why they couldn't get the visa. So yeah, the first thing that I did was looking for a student accommodation.
Right. And you moved into that student accommodation. Are you still
I'm
there?
still there.
Okay.
Yes.
So you liked it as well.
Yes, it's so yes, because I have nice roommates that we understand each other. We're 8 in one big apartment, so it can be a little bit difficult because we're a lot of people. It's not that bad. I've heard horrific stories. Thankfully, I've been blessed with good people. The bathroom situation that I know that that's the one people struggle a lot.
Mhm.
I've been fine with it. Like this, the part that I struggle with is the kitchen.
Right.
Because if I want to cook, there's other 8 people that want to cook. So that's the problem I'm having, but it's not bad. I like my room. It has a nice view and I've made it mine. So no, it's like my little home.
That's
Yeah,
really
so
sweet.
it's nice.
Did anything about the like finding accommodation, that whole process, or like living together, did anything surprise you? Was it different from what you were used to at home?
Well, yes. Starting because I lived in my house with my family, so those things are different. For applying, I'm surprised how fast I had to say yes
Mm-hmm.
because I applied for it and I had to wait for like a month. I didn't have any answer. And when they answered, they told me like, "Hey, we have this room. This is how much it costs. This is the deposit. I need you to say yes to everything and send us the deposit in 1 week. And if you don't send it, we'll understand that you don't want it." So it was a very fast decision for us to say like yes, without knowing how was the room, without knowing where was it. So that was a little bit surprising. I wrote to them like, "Hey, I'm moving in 4 months. Can I have a little bit more time?" And they told us like, "No, there's a lot of people asking for accommodation." So that was surprising.
Were you in any way, like before you came, were you worried about something or afraid of something? How did you prepare, maybe mentally, emotionally, for the journey?
Yes, I think the thing I was most scared about, and I'm going to be honest, I'm still a little bit, is the German. I didn't have the language. And one thing that I tell myself every time is like, if I could go back in time and tell the Juliana that I wanted to go a year before moving, like start learning, that would be it. Especially because I know a lot of people, and in general, a lot of people know English, they can help you. Germans are really nice in that way of they don't care about talking in English when they know English. Um, but still, it's a barrier that you have. You don't feel so comfortable moving around or going to new places, meeting new people. So that's a little bit hard. And I think in a way that shied me out, like made me pull away from events because I was scared
Mm-hmm.
that they would get tired of talking in English, or yeah, I couldn't make friends because I didn't talk the language. So I think that's the first thing and the thing that scared me the most.
Mm.
Living abroad, I already did it before.
Right.
So I was more excited than nervous, like starting a new life in a way, or a new chapter in my life.
Okay, so did you have any German before you came, or did you start learning when you arrived?
I did a couple of online courses.
Yeah.
When I came here, I was and I'm still am A2.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the basics. I knew the basics. I could understand simple stuff. And also my sister taught me like, okay, these are the important phrases that you have to learn. So like, mit Karte, spreche Sie English? Yeah, like things that you know. But that's it. And when I arrived here with my university, I started doing the German classes.
That's good. Yeah. Because realizing that it's easier to make a connection with the country and the people if you do know the language, even though
Exactly.
English is widely spoken. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem that I struggled with the most. I was like, I'm arriving to your country. I should know your language. And yeah, a lot of people, a lot of you Germans are like, yeah, but don't worry about it. It's a difficult language. And I'm like, yeah, so nice, but I should know it. I knew that I was moving here. So it's a big process.
Yeah. It's good to have a little bit before, but yeah,
Yeah.
as long as you're open, willing to learn. But it's interesting. I wanted to ask you if there is anything that you would have liked to have organized a bit earlier, and maybe that's one of the points there that you would have liked to have some more German before you came.
Yes, that one, and maybe start organizing the documents of the visa before, even though I hadn't my the certification of the master's
Right.
arrived yet. Maybe start preparing those documents and everything because that takes time, like translating them officially and getting it stamped, and all those things take time. And because I only had 4 months, it was really stressful. And those things, I don't have to wait for the approval to start doing those processes.
Right.
So it would be better to start doing it, I don't know, a month before.
Do you know of any facilities that offer support to international students, or did you use any of them?
I didn't use any of them. And I know, for example, my university Yeah, Justus Liebig has like the student international part, and it helps a lot if you want to learn or if you want help with something. They will help you and they will answer the emails. When I was interested in the masters way before applying to it, I wrote to them and they answered to me very quickly.
Mhm.
So no, they're really nice with those things. But I didn't use any, so I don't know how it works.
It's good that you didn't need them though, because everything kind of
Yes,
worked out for you
everything
as well.
works perfectly, so that's good.
What do you like about living in Gießen, in a city of that like size? Because it's not a huge city, but it's still a city and a student city as well.
Yeah, it's real small. You meet a lot of students, which is great,
Mm.
and a lot of students that are in your shoes in a way, so that they're also going through the things that you're going through. Could be of the language or moving abroad or missing home sometimes, especially in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
You find comfort in them also.
Yeah.
So that was nice. Um, Also, I wasn't used to it, but as it's really small, you can go to places really easily, but just by walking.
Mhm.
And I didn't know how to ride a bike before because I lived in the capital in Bogota.
Yeah.
So it was really dangerous and it wasn't necessary. And here in Germany, Europe in general, you use a lot of bikes, and it's way better moving in bike sometimes than public transport, especially in Gießen. So I learned how to ride a bike here that I know I wouldn't have learned if I wouldn't moved here or if I wouldn't have moved in general. And it's a nice place to practice
Mm-hmm.
because it's not so full. A lot of people, they don't use that much cars, so I don't feel that threatened when a car passes by. So that's nice.
So your friends taught you how to ride bikes,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah, two friends told me like, okay, we're tired of walking everywhere because when it's late, there are no more buses, so you have to walk or ride a bike. And they were like, we're not going to walk anymore. You're going to learn. So they took me like downstairs to the parking lot. We rented a bike and they started teaching me. And then every day they would write to me like, okay, did you practice today? 15 minutes. Like, send us a picture that you're practicing. They're really nice. And now I bought a bike. Now I have my bike, and it's awesome. It's a whole new world.
Yeah.
It
So-
helps a lot.
Little bit of Germanization.
I know. When I arrived to my German course one day, I had my helmet because, of course, I'm going to use a helmet.
Yes, you should.
When I arrived, I put my helmet in the desk, and a friend looked at me, and she was like, "Oh no! Don't tell me you became German." I was like, yes, I turned,
That's fine. It's what happens.
and it's perfect. I understand it why.
Yeah. Is there anything else where you feel like you've adapted a little bit to the German way?
I don't know if I adapted, but I'm very punctual,
Mm-hmm.
contrary to my roots as a Latin and as a Colombian that were the whole way around. I'm very punctual and I stress a lot by not being on time in a place. So I love it here
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's like that. So now I don't feel that stress when I arrived early. It's like, yeah, it's like it should be. I'm in Germany, of course. Also the fund.
Mm-hmm.
The care I take about, I don't know, an empty can or an empty plastic bottle.
Yeah, can
It's
you maybe
crazy.
explain like the concept to
Of
listeners who might not know yet?
Yeah, so it's a magical thing. So for some bottles, like plastic bottles, cans, and I know sometimes glass, but not often,
Mhm.
you can go to a marketplace and or to a supermarket, and you would give it back to a machine that
Mhm.
it takes it, and it gives you money, like 50 cents or 25 cents, depending on the bottle.
Yeah.
And that helps you to your doing your groceries or buying more beverages. It's amazing. So when you throw away a can or a bottle, you're actually throwing away 50 cents. That if you have a lot, I think last week I had a lot of them and I haven't gone to the supermarket, and I went and I had like 3 euros, which is amazing. So yeah, whole new world.
Cool. Thank you. What was it like to say goodbye to home? Did you have like a party, goodbye party? Did you speak to many people, or did you just basically pack your suitcase and leave?
It was weird. Again, I already moved abroad before, but only for a semester. And that time, I wanted to be like, I don't want to say anything, and I don't want anybody to find out. And we did like a big party and everything like that, and it was really nice. This time was weird. I didn't do a party because I don't know, it wasn't the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also weird because I don't know if I'm going back, if I'm not going back, what does the future hold? And it's not 6 months, it's 2 years that it's a bigger time. Um, and again, the period of time we're living in, like my friends and I, it's very weird. A lot of people move from cities, change work, change everything. So it was like a lot of people knew that I wanted to leave from a long time. So they were like, that's what you're doing. Like, we know you're not going back. Others were like, oh, of course you're coming back. So it was a bittersweet sensation. Also because I've worked for this since I was in high school, even younger. I knew that I wanted to do my master's abroad. So for me, it was also like, okay, I'm achieving this that I'm working for a long time, but at the same time, I don't know how to feel. Um, I had really good friends, so also leaving them, it didn't hurt that much when I was leaving. It hurt that more when I arrived.
Mm-hmm.
But it was
Because now
nice.
you miss them.
Yes, especially again, winter. Winter is hard, and
It actually is.
Christmas, New Year's, and my birthday is also 5 days after New Year's. So I had everything all compacted. That was a difficult time.
I bet. Was that the first time you felt homesick, or was that before?
That was the first time I felt homesick. Yes. Like actually homesick.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I understood what winter depression was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people in Germany have it. In other countries as well, probably, especially the darker countries, I'm gonna call them. But yeah, it gets bad. How do you deal with it though? Like, what did you do to kind of pull yourself out of it, or to not feel as lonely, maybe?
I started taking vitamin D.
Oh, very good. Very good advice.
And yeah, a lot of people told me like, oh, I don't know if that works or not, but I take it. I feel like it does. I do feel like it does. I'd made myself go out.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's in general in this whole process. Every plan that they tell me, every event that they tell me, even though it was really cold, I would be like, okay, yeah, let's go out. Because I feel like one of the biggest problems for me in winter was that you never go out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you get caught up in your loneliness, but you never go out. For me, it was so tiring to put on like first pair of trousers, then the second pair of trousers. I don't know how many shirts. Like, it's tiresome to do all that just to get groceries.
Yeah.
But the days that I didn't go out were the days that I would be feeling sadder or lonelier. So it didn't matter. I would make myself go out. That was the best one.
To make yourself, to feel connected in a way to the world, probably.
Exactly.
And Germans are obsessed with fresh air, so I think it's a good adaptation.
Which honestly, I agree with. I know it's hard, but yeah. Every morning, I would open my window. You need fresh air in your room. It also changes the environment.
Yep.
I agree with it.
So is there anything that you underestimated, maybe? Is it the winter, the cold, maybe trying to make friends? Was that an issue as well?
Yes. Making friends is really hard. And I think until now, it has been really hard.
Yeah.
I was the one back home. I was like, oh, I'm not going to hang out with any Latin because if I move to another country, it's because I want to meet any other people. No, I need my Latin people for us to understand like our ways, how, I don't know, the parties or having fun. It's necessary sometimes. My master's is really small. And we're not that close in a way. I have my group of friends, but it's not like the whole master's. Yeah, we hang out and we go out. So it's also hard in that way. I don't know if it's my Latin part or it's me as a way, but I like to go out. I like to, I don't know, go to parties, go hang out, and the people that I'm surrounded in, especially my masters and my faculty, they're not that much like that,
Okay.
and they're very into themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So that has also been really hard.
Yeah, a little bit more introverted, maybe.
Yeah.
And where did you find friends then? For example, the ones who taught you how to ride a bike?
We all have like our names and our last names in our doors. And she knocked on my door and she was like, Sanchez. That's a very Latin last name. I was like, yeah, I'm from Colombia. She was like, ah, nice to meet you. So we started talking and she's doing a master's. Justus Liebig has a master's in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of Latin people are doing that master's.
Right.
And she told me like, hey, we're hanging out. You should go out, meet them. And they're my friends now.
Yeah.
They're the ones that I hang out with them the most because we understand each other. And yeah, they're the ones that taught me how to ride a bike.
Mm-hmm.
What have helped a lot, and that's why I feel like in summer changes. Germany changes in general. There are more activities, people it's more open, there are more things, there are more events.
Right.
So now in this semester I entered to volleyball, I entered to hip hop, and it's studying German. So it's perfect because I practice my German
Mm-hmm.
and I make more friends, and I've made a couple of new friends, which is nice.
It is. So it's a different country, you would say.
Different.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different. I'm surprised, and I always say like I'm in shock how it is to live in seasons. I've never lived in seasons. Like having different wardrobes, having different activities, everything changes. It's crazy.
So what would you say is special or different about German summer if you compare it to summer in Bogota, for example?
Again, as we don't have seasons, I feel like we don't expect that much as period of time as you feel it here.
Mm-hmm.
Not only international people, Germans also. Everybody's expecting the summer. So I remember one day I went to Frankfurt and it was like the second or third day that it was actually sunny.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of people in the streets, like a lot. And I had just met a guy that lived in Frankfurt. So I wrote to him like, hey, what is happening? What's the event that it's happening? And he was like, it's sunny outside. I was like, what? He told me, yeah, we're simple guys as Germans. So again, like everything changes and a lot of things, like people, I think, and the environment, everything is more welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
And there are more music festivals, but not like that you have to pay or anything like that, but that the city makes, or different places that they have, like, I don't know, there was like a lake festival or under the sea festival, food festival, everything for you to be outside there is.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Oh yeah, Germans love it as well.
And everybody's so happy, everybody's so welcoming. It's really nice. I think that's the big difference.
Mm-hmm.
In summer especially, that everybody's lighter,
Mm-hmm.
happier.
Oh, definitely. What do you think, or what have you seen Germans do when it gets too hot, especially in the cities? Like, do they go to
out,
lakes?
Aperol,
Mm-hmm.
next to the river or lake or whatever. And that's it.
True. That's pretty much it. Cool. So we would love to have your 3 top tips, which we always do at the end of each episode. Mainly focused on how to prepare your stay, but maybe you have something else you want to share as well.
So the first one, learn German.
Mm-hmm.
Learn German as the moment you know or you're thinking that you're going to move here, even though your master's is in English or in Spanish, learn German. It's going to help you so much when you arrived and during the process also. There's a lot of websites and everything that they're in German, so it's better for you to know the basics at least, and a little bit more, because when you know more, you know the basics. If you know the basics, you don't know anything. The other one, prepare all the documents you need and print them. Especially as German, it's a little bit still with the hard copies. So it's better also to have hard copies and everything to 1 or 2 copies on your visa, your passport, stuff like that. It will help you a lot when you do all the processes here of the Ausbildung and the opening a bank account and everything like that. And the last one I would say would be embrace that you're living in Germany before you come, and when you come, it's easy for you to be an international to expect like the best of living in Europe and the best of your country. So I don't know. I have the security and I can move easily, but it's real cold or they're really silent or stuff like that. If you even though you're thinking like I'm living in another country, it's different. When you understand that you're living in Germany, you can embrace the good things and the bad things to make it your home and make it your life. I started to walking. I started like because back home again it wasn't that secure, so I wouldn't walk for long traces. Here I've done it a lot, and there are spaces where I can walk for a long time, and it's awesome. It's beautiful, and I know it's a German thing in a way.
Yeah.
Embracing the short days when it's winter so I can go to sleep earlier, or embracing the long days now in summer so I can do more things. When you start to accept and even love in a way those different things that Germany has, receiving a letter in the mail, everything becomes better and it's not that hard because the change is going to be hard. Like, it's a fact, it's going to be hard because you're leaving your family, you're leaving your friends, you're leaving your language in a lot of cases. And if you don't embrace it, all the process is going to be harder.
Thank you so much for being a part of our podcast today. It was really nice to have you.
Thank you for having me. It was really fun.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. Feel free to listen to the rest of our episodes as well on all of our channels. Feel free to leave us a review as well. You can find more information on our website and in the show notes, and we hope to see you next time as well. Bye-bye.